Hi, my name is Michael Hahn, and I'm one of the Vision Application Engineers here at our Floody company. Here we've got our application of the gasket, and we've got a bunch of our tools that we've laid down here in the Easy Builder software interface. And right now, today, we're going to talk about how to just find basic feature defects, or what we like to call, I like to call gold image matching. So here we've got our lower left hole, okay, and we've applied a measurement tool, and then we go to a bad image, and obviously the hole has been blocked. Well, what if there isn't really a tolerance on the hole? You just want to make sure that that feature is there, that the hole is there, or something that's not necessarily a hole you want to reject on. And so there's a really simple tool. When you go into, again, our application steps 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth step, inspect part, you go to the lower left hand corner and you take a look at presence and absence tools. And under the presence and absence tools, there is a function called, or tool called pattern. And I can just click on this pattern tool and click add. And what I'm going to do with this pattern tool, much like other pattern tools, is I'm going to learn a model, right? You can see where my cursor is moving the magenta box. And I just want to learn not just the hole, but everything around the hole. So everything inside this box, right? That's what I'm looking for. And then I've got my search region. Now I'm going to just bring my search region in because I've already got my tracking tool tracking the gasket. And I'm just going to bring this in just like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn this everything inside this the model region, right? And I'm going to be looking for that anywhere within this the bigger search box. So I'm going to hit OK. All right, and I'm going to come up with a score. And right now I've got all my other tools going on, so sometimes it gets a little noisy. So if you take a look at my cursor, I'm going all the way up to my expanded toolbar. And I'm going to select Show Selected Tool Graphics Only, so that the only graphic overlay I see is the one that I'm highlighted in my result panel, right? Okay, so here we've got a score of 100, right? So think of it as 100% match. If I index, and before I do that, you see in the lower left-hand corner the kind of thumbprint that I learned, right? So I'm going to index to my bad image, and now I have a score of 65. That means everything that I learned, only 65% of it matched. And now I'm going to go down to my general and settings tabs. I'm going to apply rule number 4, name your tool, right? So I'm going to just call it, whole pattern match. And I could say, really I should be saying location, right? Lower or left. We'll put lower left hole pattern match. And I go into my settings tab, and the big number that people adjust right here is this accept threshold. So it's default at 50. So any score 50 or higher, I will accept it as good. My bad part is at 65. My good part is, what was it at? It's at 100. So I'm just going to put in 95. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what should the accept threshold be set at? And the answer to that is really part of the 6 rules of machine vision. In rule number 1, good data in is good data out, you actually want to know what the bell curve of good is. So I might take 20 images of good. I might take 50 images of good, or 100 images of good, and then record all of the numbers here, my acceptable on good. So maybe it might range from, I don't know, 92 to 100. And then you have your bad parts that are 65 or lower. And of course you'd be able to set your threshold accordingly. So if I cycle through all my good parts here, they all read at 100. Okay, so I know then I could put my acceptable threshold at 95. And of course, rule number 3, I'm going to check my work. It fails here. There's no result coming back because it falls below the 95. And so I'm just going to cycle through my database of good and bad images. And so that's how you use the pattern tool under the presence and absence tool. It's a great tool. If you just want to find any kind of feature, if wires are there, if threads are there, if a hole is there, if a post is there, if there's a label there, anything, just to understand, hey, is the basic feature there, yes or no, and then how much of it is there. Has it been damaged or misplaced or mispositioned? So anyways, great tool. Hope this helps you out in your next Easy Builder Cognex vision application. For more support from our Floody company and utilizing our engineers and as an extension of your engineering team, you can always find us at rrfloody.com.